When we have all-consuming thoughts that stay in our mind, especially negative ones or ones that are quite pollutive, ones that we don't really want to be having because they're distracting to us, they send us in this negative spiral, there are ways for us to use the skill of reality testing and emotional intelligence to get control over those situations. And control is exactly what we're looking for. We're actually looking for command of the mind. Somewhat stopping our mind from moving towards that negativity and ruminating in it. The first step is when we apply reality testing or objectivities, we actually have to look at what's really going on. Now, we might be finding ourselves talking about the thing at an intensity level that sounds like I'm always thinking about it. It's always on my mind. It's consuming every minute of my day. So the question is, how many hours a day are you awake? And right now, what percentage of those hours would you guess you are spending thinking and consumed on that thing? And then you're going to find a number. This is a simple math equation. Number of hours times percentage equals a total number of hours that day that you're spending in it. Now, when you get that total number, you might automatically have a response. The second question we then have to ask is, well, how often am I really in that headspace? And the only way we can know that number is by tracking how often we catch it showing up. Now, when we track, the beautiful part of having a tick counter beside our desk is we get to see day over day the total number of times we've given time and attention to that thing. And over days, you will notice that that tick counter goes down and is a daily total. And here's why it goes down, is because every time you bring self-awareness into the equation and catch that you're thinking about or ruminating in that negative thing, you will also do a second strategy. You will stop yourself from going into that space. You will command the mind. And you can use a mantra or a quote of inspiration like, nope, you are not one of the 5 people that gets to be part of my clean thinking. Nope, this is not what I want to focus my attention on. And you bring yourself back to commanding your mind and giving attention where you want to give it. The other thing we also do is set what our goal is. How much time per day, what percentage of our day do we actually want to spend thinking about this thing that's going on? Most of the time, it's going to be a very small percentage. And 0 might not be attainable, especially if the thing that's going on is part of something that we're responsible for. We kind of have to be in it. There's no way to get out of it. And so you might come up with, I want 10% of my day to be spent in that thing. And if you multiply number of hours you're awake by 10%, you're going to get a number of hours per day you are allowed to think about this thing or give attention to it. Now break that into 3 or 4 chunks of time and put it in your calendar. And when your calendar alerts you to, you now have 10, 15, 20 minutes to think and ruminate about this thing. 1, you probably will not be able to sustain 10, 15, or 20 minutes ruminating in this thing. And 2, you might also say to yourself, I don't want to spend this time thinking about that negative thing. Why would I do that to myself? And rather than using the time to ruminate, you will refocus on what's important to you.